Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today we're here to review Avengers: Infinity War. It's been out. No,
part one.
That
part
name
one.
change. That name change, though. Yeah, technically, what? It's Avengers.
It's its own movie.
It's its own movie now. So yeah, we're getting Avengers 4, not Avengers: Infinity War Part 2. But anyway, that's.
Well, technically, this is Avengers 3.
Yeah.
But why'd you say Avengers 4?
Shut up. No. Anyway, guys, it's been out about a week now, so with this review, we'll have spoilers.
Needed time to digest that shit.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't think of anything to say. Like the first night, we were like,
I myself have seen it. I've seen it about 3 times already. So
I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not gonna say bootleg copy, but snippets from bootlegs on YouTube.
Well, guys, first topic we're going to talk about is things we liked, and let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys. So things we liked. First off, for me, most important, the Avengers and the Guardians fighting Thanos on Titan.
Well, it wasn't the Avengers. It was just Tony and Peter and.
Oh, it was part of the Avengers. Did you forget?
Yeah.
Did you forget?
Did you forget?
You're an Avenger now. You're an Avenger now. So shut
Doctor
up.
Strange ain't an Avenger.
Technically, all right.
Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah, that was a cool fight, but
until someone, a spoiler, you want to mention who that was?
Someone that fucked it up.
Yeah, who was that again?
It just gets me so angry.
Oh, I know. Yeah, all 3 times I've seen it, it pisses me. I'm like, dude.
Like, all right, Peter Quill fucked the universe.
Pretty
he
much
fucked half the universe.
Pretty much.
I mean, we knew it was gonna happen. Doctor Strange knew it was gonna happen, but you know, it was the reality where they had a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fuck you, Peter Quill. Fuck you.
All right. Moving on to that, or moving on from that, I should say. Next thing I liked, well, this one I kind of had a problem with now. I originally wrote every character had their moment, but now that I've seen it 3 times, that's not really the case. I think Black Panther didn't really get a chance to shine, in my opinion.
What?
I mean, dude, Thanos.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
He brought them to Wakanda.
Oh wow, he brought them somewhere. That's.
What about that part where him and Cap were running to the fucking Outriders, breaching the wall?
Okay, that was cool.
And then he was battling them. I totally forgot that he had that stupid fucking suit that fucking like reverted energy back to fucking like it takes punches and he just brings it back out.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that suit.
You did?
Yeah. I'll tell you who did not like.
Yeah, and I already know your pick.
Falcon. Like, if you love Falcon, like, you can just skip this movie. Like, he's barely in it. He said, like, 1 line, basically. And then fucking Rhodey's just, like, constantly calling out for him, telling him shit.
I mean, they had to make room for, like, how many characters?
Still, it's not Falcon's movie. I actually like War Machine more than fucking Falcon in this movie.
I did like War Machine more than... Well, they gave War Machine more to do, to be fair.
Especially that stupid line from Civil War. Congratulations, Cap.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that. But, alright. Anyway, let's just move on. Another thing I did like is the humor. The humor came...
Oh, you're walking me?
It definitely came organically in this film. Like, I felt, when this character met that character, that is how they would react. And, I appreciated that. Because one of the things we talked about in our Thor review was it had way too much humor, especially given.
I actually, side note, I came around on Thor Ragnarok. I am on board.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah, that's news to you.
Yeah.
Newsflash, bitch.
Nah.
Newsflash.
Well, to be fair, I guess I do need to watch it. I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, take names. No, wait. No, kick names? Take ass? Yeah, that's what she said.
Anyway. One thing I really did enjoy was Thanos' motives in this film, because he genuinely does feel like he's doing the right thing. He feels like he's the good guy and everybody else is the bad guy, like trying to stop him,
Well, it's a tough decision to make, but he feels like he's the only one that can carry it out or wants to carry it out.
Exactly, yeah.
And there have been some complaints about like, why didn't he just use the Infinity Gauntlet to make infinite resources or make planets more habitable? Or,
it is true, yeah.
It's like
that's kind of a
that's too easy. Because then, like, with all the sacrifice and everything, Gamora and spoilers. Fucking. I think he wanted to teach the universal lesson too.
I do, yeah.
Less is more.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt. I mean, I've mentioned this before. I'm sure that like Man of Steel. As much as I'm like iffy about that movie, but one of the main things I did love was General Zod, because he did feel like he was the good guy. He was trying to save his people and save Krypton and stuff. And I kind of got that same vibe from Thanos in this film. Like, he's doing the right thing. So that's what makes a good bad guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, one you can understand and relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing I loved about this movie that I'll admit I was kind of expecting, but I didn't think they would actually go through with it, was the Red Skull cameo.
I didn't see it coming. Well, no. Someone fucking ruined it for me on Facebook comments.
And that's why I avoided all of social media.
I didn't think no one would have the fucking balls to fucking do that shit. They even posted a picture and a rundown of everything that happened. And at that point, I just couldn't stop. I was like, well,
you underestimated the internet, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I did.
So, I didn't do that. So luckily, it wasn't spoiled for me. It was a cool surprise, even though it wasn't Hugo Weaving. Whatever
It's still the Red Skull.
He doesn't want to come back. Hey, that's on him. I thought Ross Marquand from The Walking Dead did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't mind him being in the next one or in another Cat movie or whatever.
Assuming he ever finds a way back to Earth, or if he's, I mean, sure. Now that the Soul Stone is in Thanos' possession, he's probably free from the responsibility or burden of guarding the Soul Stone.
That is true. That is. I'm curious to see where that goes.
But he just got to find a way back to Earth.
Huh?
Unless he was not spared.
I'm pretty sure he was spared.
You think it was spared? Okay. All
right. One other thing we did like was the they don't call them the Black Order, but the children of Thanos, I should say.
They're basically the Black Order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got Corvus Glaive. Not that cool. Proxima Midnight I thought was kind of cool.
I like Proxima Midnight.
Yeah, but my favorite is Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw, of course, yeah. And I think that was both our favorite.
And you got this, like, fucking Hulk, big dude, fucking... He's called Cole Obsidian in this movie, but that's not his name in the comic books. Cole Obsidian was the name of the Black Order. It was another name for the whole group. So I don't know why they decided to call him Cole Obsidian, but okay.
Maybe they didn't read that issue.
Maybe. But yeah, Ebony Maw was a standout. Just the way he spoke and, like, how calm and collected he was. Well, I mean, they were all calm and collected except for... No, never mind. Just Corvus and Proxima were pretty much calm.
I just I liked his performance overall. I think it was a great job.
Yeah.
He's like super calm and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill these fuckers if I have to.
No keeper.
That fucking scene, dude.
Yeah.
All right. One thing I really, really did love in this film is they actually had the balls to kill people off. Like in the first 5 minutes, we see freaking Heimdall and Loki.
Loki.
Offed. Like, I was not expecting that. I mean, I was expecting Loki to die eventually in the movie.
Yeah.
But, like, 5 minutes into I was like, okay, they're not fucking around in this movie.
And then Gamora.
Spoiler.
And then Peter. Peter got a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, that scene, dude.
Alright, look, I'll admit it was sad, but I don't think it was as powerful as Gamora.
No. I think Peter's death was actually more powerful, because I don't know, I had a problem with the way Gamora's death scene, like the way they edited it, the way they spliced it together.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't like it.
Alright, I'll tell you what.
I thought it could have been more. I thought it could have been more impactful. Like I don't know what they could have done, but
alright. Well, I'll tell you this. Just like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, they fucked with Tom Holland again in this. There was that moment in Spider-Man: Homecoming where he's like telling Aunt May, like, "Oh, I lost the Stark internship," and then he was about to fucking ball it up, you know. He was just about to let it all fucking come down his face.
And they quick cut.
And he's like all calm and shit. They did the same shit in this one.
They did.
He's like hugging him and shit, and he's like really balling it out. And then they cut to him on the floor, and he's like, oh, like, okay. Yeah, I had lunch. We just came back from lunch.
Which, well, speaking of Homecoming, that brings me to my next point.
That should have been one shot. All of it.
No, I agree. I agree on that. But speaking of Homecoming, now that you mentioned that, I'm glad you did. I did love... That's one of the reasons why, in my opinion, it made that Peter and Tony scene so impactful. Because they kind of have that father figure, son bond, from Homecoming as well.
Word.
Yeah, he even tells them, like, if something were to happen to you, I feel like that's on me. And in this, obviously he dies, so like something did happen to him. And I think in the next one, obviously Tony doesn't have to carry that weight now.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen Tony cry. That would have been.
I wanted that. I wanted that. I was so hoping, like, please, like, come on. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
You hear late in the theater. No.
All right. Any other likes for you? I think I mentioned all mine.
No, everything else. I mean, I liked everything. Thor to me was a standout. Like when he got Stormbreaker and he fucking landed on Asgard or no on Wakanda. Yeah, Wakanda. Yeah. And he was just tearing up the Outriders. I was like, fuck.
Hey, just like Bruce Banner says, like you're all screwed now.
Like, oh, these are my friends, Sweet Rabbit and Tree.
No, yeah, I definitely feel Thor was the standout. He's like the one character in this movie that you feel like, okay, this fucker's gonna be the one to kill Thanos.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely felt that at the very end.
And he got really close.
He
really
did.
close. But he didn't aim for the head.
Yeah, he should have went for the head.
Yeah, he should have went for the head. I thought everyone performed excellently,
I did too, yeah.
Everyone's
There
great.
wasn't one performance I thought was, like, weak at all.
Yeah, like, to me, like, the top two is Zoe Saldana and Josh Brolin for me.
I probably have to agree. I'll throw Tom and Robert Downey in there. Mostly Tom, though, just for that one scene.
I'll throw Robert.
The fact that he improvised that death scene, that was fucking cool when I found that out.
Yeah. So, should we move on to dislikes?
Yep. Moving on to dislikes, guys.
All right. Be warned.
All right, guys. Things we disliked. I know I did. So
let's start off right up with Peter Quill.
Yeah, I mean, that's number one, obviously. Yeah. Even though we already mentioned it, yeah, we got to mention it twice.
Yeah, you just got to learn to hate the motherfucker.
Oh, God. Okay. So, one of the things I had a problem with, looking back now that I've seen it 3 times, it kind of doesn't make any sense to me. So, at the end of Age of Ultron, the post-credit scene, we see Thanos get the gauntlet, and he's like, oh, I'll do it myself or whatever. But then in this one, there's sort of a continuity error with that scene, because now in this one, he gets, what was his name?
Eitri?
Yeah, he gets him to build the gauntlet, right? Like from scratch, to mold it and everything. And I'm like, okay, wait, that doesn't make sense. If he grabbed it like on Age of Ultron, how did he get him to like mold it? Or...
the writers actually talked about that. It's like, we didn't write that movie.
That's a problem solved.
That's a good explanation, but then you gotta consider like, because Nidavellir is protected by the Allfather Odin, but Odin is dead, and since 2013, Loki's been impersonating Odin.
That's true.
And so, Age of Ultron, that post-credit scene takes place in 2015, so it's not that far-fetched to think that, because no one ever went to Nidavellir for anything. But you gotta think about this. It took this motherfucker 2 years to get to Xandar to take the fucking Power Stone.
That's
the only really like kind of like head scratcher there.
Yeah. I mean, they just fucked up.
They did.
So,
all right. What's your other dislike?
Well,
Star-Lord.
We already mentioned it. Yeah,
Star-Lord's
fucking temper, man.
Petty ass motherfucking Star-Lord.
Like I understand because I was thinking about it. And he loses his shit and just like fucks it up for everybody. If that were me, I kind of want to do the same thing, but I would have at least waited until they have the freaking gauntlet off of him, and then fucked him up.
Yeah, here's what I was hoping, because you know how in Civil War after fucking Vision accidentally shoots down Rhodey,
yeah,
and then like Falcon comes down, lands, apologizes, and then Tony just fucking
yep.
I was hoping Tony would at least blast his motherfucking ass. I was at least hoping he'd like fucking knock his shit to fucking next September.
If there ever were a reason for Tony to like blast somebody out of anger, that would have been it. And then the fact that he just rolls up like, did we just lose? I'm like,
no,
yes, because of your ass.
Like, no, we fucking won. He got away.
I mean, he did the fact that he messed up. Freaking what was it, like 5-on-1 or something? Like,
I know we're not on theories yet, but time travel or whatever the fuck they do, when they set back the clock or whatever the fuck they do, where they bring back everybody.
Right.
I hope that Peter Quill remembers that he's a fuck up. I really hope. I want everyone else to forget like their deaths and shit, but I want Peter to remember that he is genuinely a fuck up. As a captain, as a hero, as a guardian, whatever the fuck he is. He is a complete fuck up.
Well, that's the reason why they made Rocket the captain now. And
the
by
captain.
they, I mean the filmmakers, because they fucking killed off all the Guardians.
Oh yeah, all the Guardians are dead. Well,
they are dead.
Nebula kind of counts as a Guardian now.
I guess.
Guardians too?
That can be argued, I guess. Yeah. Technically.
Yeah. Alright, so, let's talk about Wong.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
He just
from the
motherfucking
movie.
bounced.
He's just like, hey, Bruce, what you doing? He's like...
Fucking the Sanctum is unprotected.
Right? He's like, the Sanctum is unprotected.
But I thought he was in charge of the fucking Hong Kong Sanctum.
I mean...
I'm not being racist or anything. But at the end of Doctor Strange, like, he's like, no one gets into the Sanctum. No one. I thought he was in charge of the... Because, like, the London one fell.
I just assumed he was taking care of, like, all three.
No, because remember, the London one fell.
Okay.
So it was just Hong Kong and New York. Strange had New York, and I thought, Wong. Because with the fucking Ancient One dead, is there even a Karmitage? Is there even a school?
Yeah, I was thinking about that,
Is
too.
it still running?
Because they were just like, it seemed like they were just like chilling. Like in the beginning of the movie, they were just like walking, I'm gonna go get a tuna sandwich or whatever.
Maybe fucking in the sequel, Baron Mordo was like, too many sorcerers. The bill always comes due.
Ted?
Alright, so, the saddest moment in the movie. We have some debate about this.
Okay.
I think the saddest moment in the movie is when Tony is trying to lay out his plans when after they meet up with the Guardians initially on Titan.
Yeah.
And then, like, he realizes that they are complete fucking idiots. And the camera slowly but surely tightens on his face. It zooms in. And he's just...
I'm sorry, I love that shot. That shit was hilarious. He's just
like, just get over here.
His face, dude. He was like...
It was after
like,
Drax, like, yawned or something.
It was just like this is what I'm fucking dealing with face.
This is who I'm saving the world with.
Yeah, like, it was just sad. It was fucking hilarious, but it was sad.
It was hilarious, but it was sad. And obviously, the Peter Parker scene is sad, too.
Yeah, as far as, like, serious moment, like, sad moment.
Because he was a kid over his head. He's like, there's no way you consider... This is Endgame. This is a one-way ticket. You did not consider this.
Yeah.
And he did
That's what made it sad. Like, everybody else dying, yeah, it sucks. You know, like, the Guardians are, like, evaporating or whatever, freaking disappearing. And then, you feel for Peter because think about it. He's supposed to be, what, 16, 17 in this universe?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be, he's a kid, you know? So he genuinely was scared to die, which you felt that. Like, as he's going, he's like, I don't want to go, you know, because he doesn't know where the hell he's going.
Nowhere.
Right?
Well, not nowhere. Not the celestial head.
Not the one with the K. Not the one with the K.
Not the celestial head. Yeah. All right. So.
Anything else you dislike?
Drax yawning over Tony's plan. I thought he wanted to avenge his wife and daughter.
Yeah, storyline wise, yeah. Like as far as his character, that kind of didn't make sense. You would think out of all the characters there, he'd be like, okay, how do we get this motherfucker?
Like, how do we defeat Thanos?
Yeah.
But yeah, I hated that. And if you're gonna wipe out half the universe, why not make sure all the Avengers are in it? In that half that you're trying to kill?
Well, because then there wouldn't be Avengers 4. Spoilers. No.
And I'm surprised. This is a genuine complaint that Doctor Strange did not even use the Time Stone once to like rewind time, like, let's do this differently, but yeah, he saw the 14 million whatever, which I still think is stupid.
I thought that was a little overkill, like 14 million. I could have believed like a couple thousand, like, you know.
Yeah, but 14 million, but whatever.
Anyway.
I'm surprised he didn't even try to bargain like he did with Dormammu. Like, Thanos, I've come to bargain, or at least trap him in time. I'm pretty sure he could have used the Time Stone, to just keep him in place still, forever and ever. And then, actually, yeah, they could have done that with the time stone. Because the time stone, you can do shit like that. You can like stop someone in time, and then they could have just taken the glove.
Just never let him go. No,
because he didn't have the mind stone, so he couldn't like telepathically like control any of them. He only had what, reality. He had fucking what, power, space. I mean, if you stop time, technically he can't think, so there's no way he could have escaped from that. So yeah, the time stone could have come in handy. He didn't have to rewind it. He could have just frozen him in time.
But then again, you know, it could all be part of his
master
plan. You know, the one time that he foresaw or whatever that they beat him. So
yeah,
well, we'll see how it plays out in the next one.
Yeah.
Anything else you disliked, or
I don't like the end credit, the Captain Marvel thing.
You know what? I wasn't too crazy about it. It was like, oh.
It would have been nice to see Captain Marvel. That would have been nice.
It would have been nice, yeah, at least. Like a little, you know, it was a little tease, you know.
It would be nice to know what the fuck Nick Fury's been doing this whole time.
That is also true.
And, why did he decide to call Captain Marvel?
I mean, I just figured, he's like, oh crap,
no,
I'm gonna die.
Alright, well, look, alright, look at it from my point of view. Everything's happening in Wakanda, right?
Okay.
One little bitty ship ring fucking came to Earth.
Alright.
And then it left. And then he's like, let's call Captain Marvel. Because a little ring ship came by. Oh no. But when Avengers and Shatari invaded and Loki, it's like,
I mean,
why did you just call it then? Yeah, I know they didn't have that plan.
They didn't think that far ahead. So,
but it's stupid. It's like, why didn't you just call it for Avengers when like there's literally fucking aliens in New York, all over New York? But with this one, like, think about it from my perspective. Everything's happening in Wakanda. It's isolated. The world does not know that there's a big fight happening in Wakanda.
That's true.
People just saw the fucking ship leave New York and that's it. People don't know that half the Earth is disappearing.
Well, they will when they wake up and like half their relatives are gone.
Yeah. But other than that, you want to go into theories?
Yeah.
For Avengers Quattro?
Let's. Okay.
Avengers 4.
Theories.
I know it'll involve a reset in everything they've done to a certain point. Maybe not everything, but pretty close to.
I'd say probably from the first Avengers film, moving forward. Kind of I mean, honestly, the only problem I have with them doing time travel and going back to the first Avengers movie, not anything with like the storyline, just the fact that I'm gonna have to see that fucking horrible Captain America suit again.
Yeah, it is a terrible suit.
It was fucking trash. I think like a lot of people can agree. I don't know what the hell the costume designer. I'm sorry, but I don't know what the hell they were thinking. That it was just that.
Like amongst all the Avengers, that costume did not fit.
It was like the worst thing.
It's like Tobey Maguire designed it for him. It is. It's just like no. Anyway, here's what I don't want. Because obviously there's going to be a reset button somewhere, you know.
Obviously, inevitably.
Yeah. So I don't want them to have the ability to time travel, and if they do have it, I want for that to be like very impossible and difficult to use and earn. Because if they have the power to time travel, like if Tony's like, "Oh, I fucking invented time travel," whatever. Who's to say they just can't use that every time they fucking lose?
Yeah.
And then obviously even if they had the Infinity Gauntlet, it would be too much on a human, so it would strain them and kill them. I think. But
I mean, the Guardians were able to tolerate one, but I think
barely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All six, they're definitely toast.
Yeah. So with the reset in mind, I just hope it's difficult for them to do something like that again, moving forward. Because, like, Gwen Stacy died. I'll just ask Tony to send me back in time so I can
right?
fucking save her.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, honestly, the only problem I kind of have after Avengers 4 would be...
Well, this is even if they're time traveling.
Yeah.
I've also been thinking, like, what if they went to another universe? I don't know why they would go into another universe, but maybe they do go into another universe.
It's plausible, I guess.
More plausible than time travel.
We did talk about... they did a lot of misdirection in the trailer. Like that, that running shot of...
all the Avengers.
All the Avengers with Hulk and everything that was never in the movie. And we did talk about that.
Yeah.
We're thinking maybe the whole time travel thing, they time travel in Avengers 4, and that leads to that. It's like the same.
It plays out the same, but just a little bit different.
Yeah, it's like the same battle in Wakanda or whatever, and it plays out differently. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. That's just a theory.
It's just a theory. So, throwing it out there.
Pretty sure Tony will bite the dust.
I honestly, I want... If Chris Evans is going to be done, obviously I want Cap to die, even though I like his character. But if he's going to be done, I would. I don't want them to recast. I just kill him off, done, and have Bucky be the next Cap.
I mean, you can just keep Cap out of the movies for a phase or two, and then just recast again, because they talk about doing the whole James Bond thing where you just bring in a new fucking actor.
I don't think I would like that.
Well, I mean,
James Bond is James Bond, but
eventually they're just gonna have to do that.
Yeah,
or maybe shift focus away from characters that we've already seen and focus on X-Men, Fantastic Four.
I'm pretty sure they will do that.
The Eternals,
because there was even that rumor about Silver Surfer. Supposedly he was gonna be in this one since they have the rights now. But I'm like, nah, it's way too soon. They barely got the rights. It's not gonna happen.
They don't have the rights yet, technically.
Yeah, until 2019.
Yeah, some bullshit.
Yeah.
But
legal stuff.
Yeah, legal stuff. But other than that, I mean,
the only problem I have, after Avengers 4, with after Thanos, where do you go from there? How much of a bigger threat can you get than that?
Well, you can still have your individual stories, because this is a culmination of 10 years,
True.
Fucking. What, 18, 19 movies, whatever the fuck it was?
See, no, I'm saying as a group. If they keep doing, Avengers 5 or 6 or whatever the hell it is.
I'm sure, moving forward, there'll be a chapter close at the end of every phase, and then maybe every 3 phases we just did, there'll be a big, huge fucking... Maybe they'll actually do Civil War. Maybe
they'll actually do it.
Because I don't
accurate.
Yeah, because I don't like Captain America Civil War. I call it Captain America 3. That's what I call it. I hate to call it Captain America Civil War.
I don't even think Civil War... I mean, I've told you this before. I thought the Civil War storyline should have been saved for an Avengers movie, not a Captain America sequel.
Because I got pretty excited just thinking about the possibilities. Oh, Daredevil. Oh, fucking all these motherfuckers showing up.
Yeah, that happened. Oh.
Well, when you think Civil War, you think big.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
a very tamed. It was watered down.
It was really just a fucking rumble.
A rumble in airport.
Yeah.
Airport parking lot.
Yeah, it was just a fucking fucking greasers versus fucking socks rumble.
Well, the outsiders.
Yeah, it was just a squad of people here and a squad of people here. It wasn't a fucking war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and they can focus on individual stories and then bring new characters. They want to do Eternals, they want to do Nova, they want to do supposedly Moon Knight. And then when the X-Men and Fantastic Four come back, maybe they can do that stuff. The Spider-Man sequel, Doctor Strange, Black Panther sequels.
I can't wait for... I want to see more Spider-Man. I want to see Scorpion in a fucking Spider-Man sequel, because that's one of my favorite...
He was in Homecoming.
Yeah, I know that, but not in costume, okay? He was just a fucking regular...
It
was Matt Gargan, alright? It wasn't Scorpion, alright?
Alright.
But yeah, I want to see Scorpion, because that fucker, right up there with Venom. He's one of my favorite Spidey villains.
And look, I'll agree with you that, when they do, say they do... They'll probably do something like this every 10 years or so, right?
I'm pretty sure they will.
Where they have, a big chapter close. I mean, you can go with Galactus.
That is true.
You can go.
The rights, yeah.
You can go Kang the Conqueror. He's a big villain. You can maybe revisit Ultron and do it better.
Actually, make him serious this time.
Yeah. You can do the Masters of Evil. You can do Red Skull.
Well, I would have said Sinister Six, but that's mostly just Spidey.
Yeah. And Sony, so... Yeah.
Right?
Totally, dude. And maybe, like, if Thanos lives, you can revisit him, too. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because, like, or there's stuff like Secret Invasion.
That'd be cool.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars, I was about to say that.
I mean, the 80s one is cool, but I thought the most recent one was superior.
Yeah.
Or at least the stories leading up to that event. Especially with the Illuminati. Actually, yeah, the Illuminati.
That's a movie right there.
The fucking end Avengers 4 with, like, all... Like, I mean, if they decide to do it, like, some variation of it, maybe different characters, I don't know. But the Illuminati, like, as a season... Or, no, as an Avengers 4 end credit...
I mean, there's so many possibilities. They could do Illuminati. They could do Thunderbolts now that they got all the freaking characters, or most of them at least.
Yeah, that's true. Thunderbolts movie would
Thunderbolts
be cool.
would be fucking... See, that's what I want. I'm still waiting on fucking Red Hulk to come out. Like, come on, man.
There's a lot of... They can do She-Hulk. You know?
I mean, they've always been able to do She-Hulk.
The only thing I'm depressed about is we're not going to get that much Deadpool. Because apparently it's just Deadpool 2 and then X-Force and that's it.
And then, yeah.
And that's a close on the Fox X-Men universe.
I hope we get Deadpool in the MCU one day. That'd be freaking cool.
And I hope Ryan Reynolds at least does the voice.
We'd get Deadpool versus Thanos one day. Shit, who knows? No.
Yeah, well, they can't fight over death because Thanos is not in love with death. Neither is Deadpool.
I mean, not yet. They could change that in a future movie, so you never know.
They could change that. But other than that, I'm Yuli.
I'm Chris, and thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys for the next video.
Fuck Star-Lord.